the actions.
Hey, he is really excited about Twinks. And you know what? Who isn't excited about Twinks? Avatar Aang versus Genshin Impact Traveler. Death Battle. By Death Battle. And I'm not gonna spend too long on the intro, we all know what we came here for, but the original video is in the description below. And with that out of the way, let's get it! Wait, is he an elemental master too?
The Avatar versus Ether,
Wait, they
the
just do the
Traveler.
5 sealed
Journeyman will
death?
come out on top in this
Oh, I'm
elemental
thinking
battle.
that
He's
Orochimaru
Wiz
did.
and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to
My
analyze
money's
the
on
weapons,
Aang.
armor,
My
and
money's on
skills to
Aang.
find
I
out who
literally
would win
never played
a
Genshin,
death battle.
so I have to go with Aang.
Water, earth, fire.
Water, earth,
Long ago,
fire,
the four
air.
nations lived in harmony, united by a master of the elements, the Avatar.
This Avatar reincarnated as different people for centuries, all with their own struggles.
Kyoshi
And
is
man,
like the
was
best
that true
avatar
for our
because she's
boy Aang.
ruthless.
Not at first, of
Kyoshi
course,
is
thanks to his
ruthless.
master and guardian, Yatso.
As a cheeky little air
And I
nomad,
like Avatar
Aang
Yang
traveled the
Chen.
world causing shenanigans, all while learning to control the winds with airbending.
So my burger just got here. I love big, meaty burgers. Ah.
Based on the real-life martial art Bagua Zhang, airbending is the most spiritual of the four bending styles, focusing on evading and diverting attacks through circular motion.
And it's the
With even the
coolest.
smallest movement,
But I
Aang
would
can
want
create
fire
tornadoes,
just
run like
because I
wind,
love fire, but
block
if not for
hypersonic
fire,
explosions.
I would
The perfect style
want
for a
I would want air.
twinkle-toed goofball like Aang.
And
He even
then I would
invented his own
want water.
technique, the air scooter. How does he not fall off that thing?
Add in a glider staff for flight, and the sky was the limit. But you know how it goes.
Oh my god,
Everything
a glider
changed
would
when
be
the
so
Fire
cool.
Nation attacked. Their conquest spread.
But then-
War was inevitable, and Aang was the only one who could
The
save
Fire
the world.
Nation.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with all that, and being forcibly separated
Until he
from
ran
Gyatso.
away.
He was just a kid.
Until
So
he ran away.
froze up. Like, literally, he accidentally froze himself and his adorable sky bison Appa for 100 years.
Until
How
he
did
was
Appa
awakened by the
drown?
Water Tribe siblings, Katara
Well,
and
I guess he
Sokka.
didn't drown,
Time
but
wasn't kind
how
to
did he
Aang's
get-
people.
shouldn't he
With
have been
no
able to
avatar
fly
keep
higher?
balance, the Airbenders, Aang's entire
Gyatso,
culture
no.
were wiped out by the Fire Nation.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Aang took the wake-up call to heart.
As the Avatar, it's Aang's duty to understand the world's people, learning their cultures, their sadness, joy, and humanity.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From the Northern Water Tribe and his twin crush, Aang learned waterbending. Themed around fluid Tai Chi movements, this style
His
controls
future wife.
liquid in all forms to freeze targets, create water whips, and even cut through steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher, but Aang's
Honestly,
friend Toph taught him to stop
honestly,
being a wimpy pushover.
waterbending
Now
might
he
be
can
one of the
armor
most
himself in
useful
stone,
ones.
move the terrain of entire
Earth is
cities,
my least
and
favorite
fight
because it's
blind
so
with a
stiff.
sonar-style
I don't like
seismic
that.
sense.
I like
Earthbending
fluid
is themed around the
movements.
steady stances of Hung
Now,
Kuang
seismic
Fu,
sense is
waiting
really
for the right
cool, though.
moment to strike head on.
There was a lot to learn, but even with the world at stake and this moody hothead on his tail, Aang had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin
Zuko.
sledding, going through the bending bayous, and living in
Oh, I love the swamp episode. I love the swamp episode. And I like how they brought them back during the final war. Or the eclipse, rather. But I like how they brought back the vine benders. That was so cool, and that's an amazing idea. And honestly, that's what sowed the seeds for blood bending, if you think about it. Because that was the first time we thought about bending water inside of
Sing Sing,
objects.
the city where no wars ever happen.
Yet across his journey,
There is
one
no war
power
in
eluded
Ba Sing
Aang,
Se.
the Avatar.
There is no
an
war in
enhanced
Ba
mode of
Sing
being
Se.
that came to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends permanently, but who
Wait, but
cares
what
when it
about
gives you
Guru
enough
Patek?
power to wipe out a whole Navy fleet?
Yeah, Korra.
Mistake. The Avatar state
Yeah,
is more than just a
Korra.
power amp.
Jocelyn, how long have you been standing there?
I've been here the whole
Well, I mean-
time. I lurk where all Avatar talk is, through the cosmic
Wait, who
power
is she?
of the
This
avatars
is-
before him and
this is the
ancient
first time
spirit
I'm hearing her
Rava.
voice.
Aang gains the knowledge and experience
One.
of all.
Wouldn't Aang be able to like teach himself all of the past avatars' techniques so that he can use them without being in an avatar state? Because it seems like he only gets their abilities while in the avatar state. But if he has access to those memories, he should be able to just take their abilities and use them in base.
greatly expanding his bending options. Lava bending from Avatar Roku, sonic shouts from Avatar Yang Chen, and even more are theoretically available to him through their memories.
Wait,
Oh,
Yang
I
Chen
get
has
it.
sonic
You can't
shouts?
just
That's an
graduate
amazing
controlling
ability.
The Avatar state.
Right. If Aang wanted to stop Fire Lord Ozai, he needed something else.
He needed onion banana juice.
Yeah,
Aang coulda did
technically,
it.
I
Wait.
suppose.
Guru Patek.
Specifically,
Guru
Aang sought
Patek.
the guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this
chakras.
also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
When he
He
had
would have to
choose
leave
between
Katara.
the
No,
world
don't
or the
do it.
girl, Aang
And when he
fought.
was finally ready to do it, oh my god, Katara went so crazy in this fight. Like the first time she pulled out that like water wheel octopus thing, Katara went so crazy. Oh my god, I love that fight. I love that fight. Man, every time Katara 1v1s Azula, she wins. No one talks about that, but every time Katara 1v1s
It
Azula,
is
she
hard, and
wins.
it didn't end well.
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people.
It was
even
a
the enemy
it was a
Fire
cheap
Nation.
shot.
Something he
It was a
accomplished
cheap
thanks to
shot.
the redeemed Prince Zuko, the Sun Warriors.
And these two honkin' dragons! Aang was scared of firebending, but it's totally awesome. It's not just about burning and blowing shit
Oh yeah.
up. Okay, well it is, but there's so much more to it.
Formed from the
I would
explosive
use it to
movements of
burn and blow
Shaolin
stuff
Kung
up.
Fu, firebending
That's what I would use it
controls
for.
all manner of heat. And through the teachings of fire and water, he can redirect lightning bending, a burst of atmospheric discharge shot at over 200,000 miles per hour.
Iroh, the best uncle ever, used his techniques to redirect natural lightning. So, you know it's the real deal. Not crazy enough? At his peak, Aang surpassed benders who could throw buildings, melt stone, and hold up
I
this
always love that
gigantic
like
library
body,
solo.
like air
Whooping
clone
Ozai's butt
thingy
should
that he
be no
does.
problem, right?
Not exactly. You see, the air nomads were
Oh,
pacifists.
the girl
who believed in
Aang. I
the
remember
value of
that.
life above all.
With the
Being
play.
the last airbender, Aang didn't think
Except
his
for
people
Yang
were
Chen.
truly gone unless
Except
he
for
went
Yang
back on their
Chen.
teachings.
Yang Chen was ready to
He
take
really
someone
didn't
out.
Want to kill Ozai.
Every avatar has spent time at the air temples learning the ways of airbending. And that is no excuse. And Aang has all of their memories and experiences whenever he goes into the avatar state. That is no excuse. That's no excuse. No. I refuse to accept it.
What, he's just a coward now? Mr. Firelord is about to burn down the entire Earth Kingdom.
Not at all. Are
To
you even
be-
listening?
okay, to
Aang
be
was
fair, he
simply
was
at odds
technically
with what he
sleepwalking.
wanted and what the world expected, so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet,
Also, I
Aang
love the
discovered
new
his
Aang
true
outfit.
self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering
Hey,
the
do you think
Avatar
Ty Lee
state.
could have gave him
Making
back
as
his
strong as avatars who could cause hurricanes,
Do you think
tsunamis,
Ty
and
Lee could have gave him
volcanic
back his
eruptions?
avatar
Or in
state?
Avatar
Because it was a
case,
pressure point,
new
right?
Island. As in, she broke off nearly 30 square miles of a peninsula to form a new landmass. But to defeat Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before: energy bending.
No,
Not the easiest thing to do.
to be
but
honest,
Aang
he didn't
totally
need
overwhelmed
it.
Ozai,
He just
severing the
wanted
tyrant's
it.
connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The
Okay, so this brings up the question. If someone learned energy bending, if they fought Aang and beat him in the avatar state, could they like energy bend his like avatar powers into themselves?
ultimate FU to this warlord's ideology.
Now that the Fire Nation had cooled off,
Ugh.
Aang led a new era of peace with the United Republic of Nations, a place where all people could prosper and where a new generation and a new avatar would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara. Take that, Zutara shippers.
I will end
The
you.
worst
For all
avatar.
his doubts, Aang
Korra is
fulfilled
the
the
worst
Avatar's destiny
avatar.
and then some. And he did it in a way that was true to who he was.
Because
Korra
before
destroyed the
being
world for
Avatar,
Pavi.
or even an airbender,
And
the
Pavi is
greatest
gonna
thing
be
he
the
could
best
ever be
Avatar
was
yet.
himself.
'Cause
All
now
in a
she has to
day's
fix what
work for
Korra
a
did.
free, fun-loving
It's gonna be
kid.
a way harder mission than Aang's mission.
Add extra barbecue sauce.
Add Astra Abasas. Welcome to Tevat, a mysterious
Extra
land
barbecue
governed by
sauce.
godly archons that drew the eye of someone beyond the stars.
You know, I don't really like
Ether.
barbecue sauce all that
AKA
much.
the
I'm more
traveler
into
who
like
escaped
hot
his
meat
dying world
sauce.
with his sister Lumine in search of the flowers that bloomed on their lost home, only to crash land awaken
Hey,
to an
you don't just
apocalypse
run
and
away
get
from your
killed by
dying
this
world.
jerk.
You stay
Separated from
there
his
and
sister,
die
Ether
like an
awoke
idiot.
again in a new,
I'll carry you
less
on your story in the
apocalyptic
other
age, and
world.
fished up his own pathetic pet pixie, Paimon.
Yeah, she makes for good emergency food. With his new guide, Traveler.
Wait, is this what
Traveler to
Paimon
the
comes
windy
from?
country of Mondstadt
Is this
to
what
find his
Paimon
link
comes
to the
from?
past, but
Wasn't
got
there
a
like
Breath
a
of
whole
the Wild
Paimon
glider
drama
instead.
with
And
like a
his
voice
first
actor or
element,
something?
Animo,
I
letting him
remember
make
that
air
happening like
slashes,
long
tornadoes,
before I
and of
started
course,
YouTubing.
Windblade! But guess what? Traveler wasn't the only one with a power like this. Tevat was full of blessed people wielding these relic things called visions.
Vision bearers can imbue their weapons and bodies with elemental power, summon items, and use a special, well,
Oh, so they're like
vision to perceive the
they're like
elements
secret
around them.
treasures from
Normally, they're
Magi.
limited to a single element, but Traveler is just built different. Through Paimon's guidance, he began collecting elements from mysterious statues across Tevat. No vision relic needed for him.
Each nation had a new culture, a new element, a new crisis.
And
Wait,
new
so he can
character
just absorb
banners.
them
When
into
asked to
himself?
play a sleuth for a murder case
And
in
what
lieu of,
ability is
Traveler
that?
wasn't
I
interested.
wanna get that
The corpse
ability.
couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form.
He didn't care about its war with the Vision Bearers and their Archon either, until he saw the suffering caused by its tyrannical rule. And
well,
joined
I
the
wouldn't really
resistance
care
with
anyway.
electro abilities, fighting the powers
mean-
that be using electric buzzsaws,
Oh, so he's a
thunderblades,
hero.
lightning.
He even learned to dodge lightning. Other Electro users
Oh,
like
Aang
my
can't
wife
redirect
Lisa
all
can
of that.
conjure storms.
He would have
No
to
shock
redirect
when my
in sequence,
adopted
and
daughter
that's
Lee
too
made
like much
explosions
of
that
a
raised
build up for the
mountains.
counter.
Traveler met all kinds of people like this. You know the type. Twinks.
Yeah, Tevat has its own laws, Boomstick. Many twinks being one of them. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Ugh, Ringmaster.
Shut up, Wiz. This
Hi.
guy's been playing Genshin since launch.
I know everything there is to know about the Genshin meta. Either can
Well,
mix
I
elements for
mean,
different reactions.
Hey, he is really excited about Twinks. And you know what? Who isn't excited about Twinks? Am I right? Am I right?
Big elemental combinations. Geo crystallizes materials into special barriers. Electro mixed with water stuns foes. Animo spreads elements around in swirls of destruction. Boom!
Like how I combine beer and gunpowder.
Exactly, Boomstick. Using Dendro, Traveler can form plant life that when
At
mixed
this
with
point,
water
I
and
feel like
lightning makes
Genshin is
home
too
invasions.
much for me to
Yeah, run
just
from
try to
that.
get into.
With enough clever thinking
I feel like
and,
I'm just too late.
artifact farming, you can combine
Like, I don't even know
anything
where I
in
would
Genshin.
start with
Okay,
this.
we get it. Go lose another 50-50, you whale.
I'll show you a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler later beat Scaramouche.
Oh yeah, I
Magic
heard it was
Catboy with
like
multiple
extremely
elements at
pay
his
to win.
fingertips, all in a
That's
time
another
loop that
reason
got
too.
Repeated 168 times.
Speaking of time, Ether had control of more than
Oh,
just
so
his
he's
own
like
future. Tevat's fate
he's like
fundamentally changed in
Aladdin.
ways small and grand, all through
Not
his
Aladdin. He's
unending
like
willpower.
Because the Traveler was a descender, someone unbound by the land's destiny.
Sinbad. He's
Even
just
this
like
big tree
Sinbad
that
from
records
Magi.
all of the world's events had
He's just
no
like
idea
Sinbad.
he existed.
Like when he helped defy the judgment of a biblical flood in Fontaine, where he mastered Hydro for his best Cuphead impression with water bullets.
Heck, a dinosaur chose not to blow up the world just because Paimon and Traveler
So is this
befriended it.
basically just
If
an
that wasn't
isekai
cool
game?
enough, Traveler can, unrelated, turn into a dinosaur. Hell yeah! Yo, look at him. Wonder if I could get a dinosaur on my Genshin team.
Through these
He has a
legally distinct
transformation.
Pokemon, Ether can fly, dig through the earth, or
Transformations.
charge foes like a Jurassic bull. He traveled across the land, searching far and wide, and finally stopped swinging that one-star dull
Okay,
blade.
so it's an
Instead,
anime too,
picking up the
apparently.
prototype Rancor, which he wields like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster Skirk, and several straight days of training. What a grind set! Still, Traveler's Cyst kept eluding him, choosing to hang in the shadows. with
Okay,
these
it sounds like he
Illuminati
has
folk.
so
A
much
group
of just
from
random
Caria, the
bullshit
nation
that
cursed by the
I'm
gods for
starting to
messing
have
with the
second thoughts
abyss.
about Aang winning.
Unbeknownst to Ether,
Like truly, how do you beat just an endless supply of random bullshit? Random bullshit go. I don't know.
his
So
sister had already traveled to
I
Vat
don't
on
know.
a journey that mirrored his own.
And at the end, she found. Well, we don't really know. Not yet, at least. But whatever it is, got her to side with the
wait.
creepy
My guess
villains.
on what they're gonna
Plot
do.
twist.
They're gonna
Eventually,
like
Ether reached the nation of
hit
Heartland to fight
Aang in
its
the back to
never-ending
make him
war with the
lose
Abyss.
Avatar
He
state.
gained the pyro element,
Wait,
learning to
does he
launch
have any
fireballs
spiritual
and
hats?
explosions combined of flame with lightning.
Does
Does
the traveler have any like
by connecting with the people there,
any
Traveler
like
achieves
soul
Night
hats,
Soul's blessing,
spirit hats?
a
Because if
power-up
not,
state fueled
he
by
can get energy
primordial
bending
element
and
juice,
cut off from
strong
his
enough to make a
abilities.
blade of fire
So
hundreds of feet
wait,
long.
energy
Hell
bending
yeah,
might carry
that's
us.
strong enough to take
It
down the
might
part
carry
of
us,
the
everyone.
abyss,
It might
which is
carry
on the
us.
level
Energy
of
bending.
5-star waifus like Mawika and the Raiden
I heard waifus. I heard waifus.
Shogun.
And
I heard
Archon who, in
waifus.
ages past, sliced Yashiori Island in two.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass mountain? According to Paimon, Traveler can level a mountain himself.
Additionally, Ether learned how to use light energy to form a Kuvaki shield, something he used to protect the people of Nodcry by blocking a cannon blast with enough energy to obliterate a town.
This was no ordinary cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Ether had come to genuinely care for Tevat's people. Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting for a whole new world. His new home.
Ooh, you need a higher adventure rank for that.
Don't you worry, gang. I dumped all my savings into Primo Gems for this. We can't miss when those ice guys trying to kill the Traveler
Yeah, see.
inevitably warm up to him.
I can't play any gacha games.
Still got
I
it.
cannot play any
Wow.
gacha games. I
That's
refuse
why
to
you're
spend all
broke
of
as
that
shit.
money. I
To
am way
Ether,
too
The
cheap.
journey has meaning.
I am way
the
too
birds
cheap.
of Tevat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even if he's against the abyss itself, a new dawn is somewhere just beyond the stars, and a field of flowers Lumine too loved. The
A field
battle's
of
about to start,
flowers.
and if you like death battle music, some of your
Yay.
favorite battle tracks are coming to a collectible vinyl album.
This album features 10 tracks from our independent era, created by our awesome
Fire.
Right to death, but don't miss out.
The home of Death Battle. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the day
Death
through all
battle!
possibilities.
Death battle!
It's time for a
Yeah!
death battle!
Oh wait, I need to get the new Avatar game. I need to get it. It's a fighting game, and I love fighting games. I have to get it. Death battle! Yeah! Well, they're already going at it. Thought there would be a little build up.
2 elements?
Redirect his tornado. Redirect his tornado. He hit him with the hiding like a Mojutsu. Just because he looks like a mini Appa doesn't mean he is. He doesn't have like a reincarnation or a regen power, does he? If he doesn't, I think Aang can win this. Depending on how energy bending works. Seismic sense. Oh wait, he set up the smoke screen on purpose. Does he have a sensing ability? Did that like block his chi?
Goes treasure hunting for 2 minutes. Now everything is going kaboom.
Appa! Come on, Appa! Come on, Appa! Appa, you have to fight too.
Cool glider. Can it do this?
That's not a glider, that's those are wings, right? That was basically the Ganta gun, but better.
Come on, traveler. Get up. Never, ever, ever stop moving forward. Remember.
Wait, is his name actually Traveler?
No one fights alone.
Is his name actually Traveler? No one. My friends are my power. I mean, that is a goated line from Kingdom Hearts, so in this case, I agree with the power of friendship. Dynamic entry. He basically just did what Gara
For those who
did.
came before. those who will follow. I am Avatar Aang.
Oh wait, he's doing the intro thingy. Oh no. I mean, I guess he did it in order. I don't like this being Aang's like ultimate jutsu because redirect it. I don't like this being Aang's ultimate jutsu because he should have like all of the ults from all of the past avatars. And Kyoshi and Yang Chen. No, Aang. Aang, no.
And but dailies are done. What a miss.
This was an interesting pairing, so let's break this down by power, experience, speed, and
Oh wait,
elements.
First
Aang
up,
does.
power.
Aang
and
does try to
Traveler
go
can both
non-lethal.
change the
Wait,
terrain
why
of
couldn't he
entire
energy
cities,
bend them?
and we're way
Why
stronger
couldn't
than
he
characters
energy
that can
bend?
break mountains. But at their peak,
They
they're
didn't even
both
show
tearing
it.
up islands.
They didn't even
Aang's
show
avatar
his
state made
energy
him on
bending.
par with
What?
Kyoshi, who
If he
created
could
and
have
moved the
energy
island
bended
of
him, he could have took away his power.
Similarly, Night Soul's blessing let Ether contend with Archon-level foes like the Raiden Shogun, who split Yashiori Island in two.
With an attack that even
Okay,
Vision
wait.
Bearer's weaker than Traveler
Does he
can
always
block.
have that
So
blessing,
he's
or was that a
definitely on that
situational
level.
thing?
Kyoshi Island is over 6 miles wide and long. Kyoshi moved the island 17 miles offshore in 2 seconds. So we have everything we need to calculate the amount of kinetic energy this would require.
Turns out it's basically the same as cutting through Yashiori Island. About 3,000.
Speed is wait. Hey guys, I haven't done this in a while. But when they ask us what we want, all we say is Sekai. Shout out to JD Garcia Legend Saturn. I cannot think about Sekai without laughing. Go check out Jay, everyone, if you
gigatons of
like One
TNT,
Piece.
So their power is tied up.
Which means comparing their experience is crucial.
Ether's mastered more elements than Aang, but the Avatar state gave Aang centuries of knowledge.
With the memories and abilities of past avatars, Aang's kit was so extensive in a way Ether had no real answer for.
Not to mention, Aang's training was more focused.
Aang didn't
Traveler's
use any
skill,
of what you
sure,
just
but his
showed.
training was mostly just
But
a
again,
means
if
to
you're
finding his
going,
sister,
Aang is
while
gonna go
Aang's journey was
non-lethal,
all
then
about
you could
mastering
really
elements to
just
combat
like have
other
him energy
elements.
bend him.
Experience narrowly goes to Aang. However, another important factor to consider is speed.
In terms of mobility, both could roughly match the other. If Traveler was immobilized with earthbending, he could
Oh
just
yeah,
dig his
I don't
way
know
out
how
as a
fast
dinosaur.
And Aang's
the
airbending and
Traveler
glider
is.
meant he could easily counter Ether if he took flight.
But in terms of raw reaction speed, Traveler had it in the bag. Aang bending away lightning is crazy fast, but Traveler could dodge lightning much earlier in his journey, and now he can block that light speed Kuvaki
Aang didn't
laser.
even get to
While
show his
can
lightning
move over
bending.
200,000 miles per hour, a beam
He
of
could have
light
easily
can move
bent that through the,
186,000 miles
water.
per second.
Over 3,000 times faster than Aang. Traveler takes speed by a landslide.
So
I'm sure there's an Avatar comic feat for that. I'm sure there's a comic feat for that specific thing. I'm sure there
this
is.
all came down to
I haven't
the
checked,
elements.
but I'm sure.
Who could turn the forces of nature against the other?
At first, I actually thought this was Aang's dub.
Ether's elemental control is remarkable, but most of his attacks are projectiles, spires, and very specific implements that Aang has bent away in the past. Ether has never shown the precision or creative flexibility that we've seen with Aang's bending.
But throw in the combos
It's the
of elemental
Gontagon.
reactions
The
and
Gontagon
script
from
flips.
Dead Man
Traveler could mix
Wonderland.
not just his elements, but also Aang's in ways that Aang could not. Bending was Aang's greatest strength, but also, against Traveler, a weakness.
Because Aang usually had one or more elements around him, it gave Ether an easy access point through these combinations. When Aang used fire, Ether could use lightning to catch him in an overload. If Aang used water, Traveler's electrocharge could paralyze him, and so on.
This isn't just a gameplay thing. Genshin characters like the lovely Lisa canonically say this is how the elements work.
And unlike Aang, Ether has fought multiple people who can use multiple elements. The longer the fight went on, the more Ether would trip Aang up with these combinations, some of which Aang could not bend.
Aang could redirect lightning, sure, but what about electro buzzsaws or an electrified tornado?
Wait, which one's
or
gonna Aang win?
blasts of pure plant energy?
The Kavaki shield especially gave Ether a strong defense.
He should
to
be
fall
able
back on.
to, but
Since
if
it
it's
was
a
made of
tornado,
pure
you can
light
use
and had no
airbending
way
to kind of
remove
whip it
outside
back.
of brute
Just
force.
like how
By
him and Taga
comparison,
did in the
Aang's
well.
wind barrier wouldn't block travelers' elements. It would actually merge with them and create more combos
I don't
that
wanna
would target Aang
spoil, I
himself.
don't wanna
Not a
spoil.
great situation to be in.
And since Ether's powers came from external earthly sources, like those statues, Aang could not depower him with energy bending, even if he theoretically overcame Ether's willpower.
Okay, maybe he couldn't permanently depower him. Maybe he could take a little bit of that for himself. If it's energy bending and you're like manipulating their energy, Aang could theoretically take some of Fate's energy, essentially incorporating him into the Avatar cycle and getting his powers and abilities. We haven't seen him do it, but this is something that should be theoretically possible
Power
with
that
energy
is
bending.
strong enough to alter the fate of the entire world. Sorry, Aang, but elements goes to the traveler. Cinching his victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his
Boo.
element.
The winner is the Traveler, Ether.
Okay, I'm ready for my cameo.
I mean, with a game like this... Wait, what?
Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? What is that, Ninjago? I remember
Subscribe and
Ninjago.
join as a member
I
to
remember
see more
Ninjago.
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
But yeah, the more I like heard them describe the Traveler's powers, I knew that Aang was probably not gonna win, because with a game this popular and this pay to win stuff, and from what I've heard about it, there was no way he wasn't just gonna be ridiculously for no reason just like super overpowered. Like he was always gonna be like basically broken. But yeah, that was the battle. F in the chats. F in the chats for Aang. F in the chats. But anyway, the original video is in the description below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and that being said, later losers, KuroKumo out.